Welcome to Survivor Stories, Empowering Gender-Based Violence Survivors, a podcast dedicated to amplifying the voices of racialized immigrant women in Canada who have experienced gender-based violence and domestic abuse. Too often, the experiences of women navigating the intersections of race, immigration culture, and systemic inequities are overlooked, further limiting their access to support and justice. That's why it's so important to create space for their stories to be heard. Amplifying these voices not only brings visibility to their realities, but it also helps challenge the systems that silence them. This podcast is brought to you by the Immigrant Women's Information Network. IWIN is a community-driven organization that empowers racialized immigrant and refugee women and non-binary as well as gender-diverse individuals in Canada. We provide culturally and linguistically tailored information, resources, and programs to help immigrant women overcome challenges and thrive in their new communities. We acknowledge that we work on the traditional territories of Indigenous peoples that have cared for this land, now called Canada, since time immemorial. These lands are either subject to First Nations self-government under modern treaty, unceded and unsurrendered territories, or traditional territories from which First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples have been displaced. We must seek to work toward redressing the injustices from which settlers of this land have benefited. We are grateful to all Indigenous peoples who have cared for this land, past and present. We recognize that Indigenous women continue to experience disproportionate rates of gender-based violence, and we stand in solidarity with their fight for justice and healing. In each episode, we share real stories, speak with survivors and community leaders, and explore the cultural, legal, and social challenges that shape these women's lives. Our focus is on their courage, resilience, and the ongoing fight for dignity and healing. This isn't an easy conversation, but it's a necessary one. Whether you're here to learn, support, or seek strength, know that you're not alone. This is a safe space, and together, we're breaking the silence. The following podcast episodes contains discussions of sensitive topics, including domestic abuse, sexual abuse, and related experiences. These conversations may be distressing for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Please listen with care and prioritize your well-being.